Hi everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here today with Sketch It Out Thursday for the Crafty Maven Getaway. You see the sketch right there, and I am doing this in coordination with Rachel Reynolds, so we're working from the same sketch today. You're going to notice that I basically copy the sketch very much the way it looks. I loved the floral at the bottom and the wood grain at the top, so I'm taking a Jen Hatfield piece that I've been hoarding, but I finally have used it. And then I used some Amy Tan Stitched, which I'm sure you recognize that floral from. And what I'm going to do here is use some photos I had taken back in 2013 or so, 2012 maybe, and do some journaling about how, though I look so happy there, it's nothing to comparison towards how I feel about life now that I'm a mom. And so it's not like super deep journaling or anything, but just how funny stages in your life can be. And in my journaling, I even write how it'll be fun to look back 10 years from now to see if I feel that way now. So kind of a light-hearted journaling with a deeper meaning. And you see here, what I did was I took a vellum bag and it has some gold foiling on it. And I did my journaling before I started doing my layout. And that's exactly what it says. So, but I hit my journaling in there. And then I'm thinking about using this Maggie Holmes die cut that says "My heart is full," but I'm not liking the way it's going backed up against the polka dot from the gold foil, that vellum bag. So I'm going to scratch that idea, pull out a couple banner pendants that I like and see if those work better. And in the end, I'm going to pick a big, big pendant, and I love the way it turned out. But I'm going to play around for a couple minutes here. So you see I'm debating what colors I want to use. I'm trying to draw from the floral paper. So I say, let me move on. Maybe I can think of something else later. I did have this scrap here that said photo, and I liked the color. I knew it tied in really well. And I also had a camera that I had cut out from I think it was from a 6x6 pad. And I just loved how the colors looked together. So I made a little cluster there, which is very much like the sketch shows for and calls for. And there you see I brought out that pennant. So that is an old Maggie Holmes or Dear Lizzie pennant that I've had for quite a while. And I took the top of it off to use for something else. So this is actually the bottom part of it. And I wanted to use that little button there, but it wasn't big enough. So I'm going to find something else, and I'm going to show you how I worked around that, because it's quite neat and a good idea for when you have an embellishment you're not sure how to use, how you can still tie it in and use it, but make it more of your own. I'm also adding a doily at the bottom there by that that right photo there, and I'm just going to do a little cluster there as well. I thought about adding another button, but in the end I decided that I would have to add a third one, and I didn't have one that was going to work with this layout, so I instead used the amber sign, and it's good because I'm digging through my stash here. So here you see what I'm using. So it was a sticker from a sticker sheet that I really liked, but I had the hardest time using. So I laid that on first, and it's kind of like a spooky star. And then it's a foam sticker from, oh, I can't even remember what the collection's from, but it had something to do with like lemons or something. And I don't take a lot of pictures of food or anything, so it wasn't going to work. So instead, I took it because when I lay the button on it, you can still see the design and the fact that there's a bit of a banner on it, and then I stick the button on top of it, and it's like this perfect layering piece. So keep that in mind when you have a layout you're not a piece of ephemera you're not sure how to use. Try to see if you can work it through. So here you see I've got everything all pasted down and good to go. I now decide that I need to add some more gold into my layout because of that vellum piece of that vellum bag there. So I cut one frame that, again, I've had for quite a while, and I've been having some hard time using it because it's the photo would have to be like a 2x2 photo, and I don't actually print that very often. So I cut it in half, and I'm just going to slide it in by my title, which is titled So Happy, which was also super exciting for me because I am not one to just use words that come in ephemera packs as my title. So I kind of like doing it. I probably won't do it very often. I like to make up my own titles, but this time it worked well, and I used up a piece of ephemera, so that made me happy as well. So there I stick that one down, and then I'm going to stick this other one I've had, and I used up in my last video posted on my own channel, and it's a Maggie Holmes frame, and it just slid in there perfectly, and that, oh, made me so happy there. So I am going to do a little bit of misting with the spraying. I use my Heidi Shine in gold, and then I use the Cracked Pistachio by Tim Holtz, and then my final is some more Heidi Shine, and it's, I think, the butter, I'm not sure, but it's a yellow color. And that is going to wrap up my layout. So if you want to check back, I'm sure Rachel's layout is ahead of mine. Check that out too, see how she took the sketch. And I will be back in November with my next episode for the Crafty Maven Getaway. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Bye!